than when we started. So, first of all, I want us to look at IT support in general. What is IT support? You hear IT support, IT support, IT support, IT support. IT support is just a form of technical support that you provide to a company or an organization or somebody, because as technology is growing, as technology is emerging, people are actually keen into technology, and they have these devices, they have this software that they might not be able to, understand holistically. That is where they need you as an IT support to, I think let me turn off my video so that it doesn't affect the network. Sorry guys, let me turn on my video so it doesn't affect the network. Okay, so IT support has become a major player in modern business, because whatever IT equipment you need, whatever IT equipment or software you need, you must need a personnel to support that equipment. You must need a personnel to support that software. Because as an end user, there technicalities, there IT technicalities you might not be able to know. That is where IT support comes in. So someday you are going to run into issues. What happened if that software crashes tomorrow? Someone is going to support you. That is IT support. What happens if that printer is no longer printing? Somebody is going to support you. That is IT support. So it's actually a profession that has found itself deeply in every organization. Is it health? Is it oil and gas? Is it the banking sector? Every organization you can think of, IT support is there. Because as long as they latch on IT, as long as they latch on IT support is needed. So it's a very important one, guys. And I want us to really key into this. I want us to really key into this. If you are somebody that is maybe trying to transition into IT, you can start as an IT support. If you're able somebody who has already been in IT, working in the IT field, your knowledge of IT support cannot be overemphasized, because there are issues that will come up. The end user just know you to be an IT person. He doesn't care if maybe you are a graphic designer, you are a software developer. He just know you to be an IT person, and you'll be able to fix whatever issue that is brought before you. So let us go further. Now, talking about IT support, there are two types of IT support. We have in-house IT support and we have outsourced IT support. Now, when we talk about in-house IT support, these are IT supports that are employed that are working as part of the company, as in the company have a department called the IT department. They have an IT team that is part of the employees of that company. So they have that department that maintains and services IT for them. That is in-house IT support. Then we have outsourced IT support. They call them managed service providers. It's just like a company contracting another company that is an IT company that, please come and manage our IT department for us. So they actually outsource that IT department to another company. And when they outsource it like that, they have what they call an SLA. It's a service level agreement, which we are going to touch on as we go ahead with the call. And unless I forget, in case you have any question as the class is going on, please, you can just type it on the chat. You can type it on the chat, then we'll take it after each topic. We'll take questions for that topic before we go ahead into the next topic. So you can type your questions. You can drop your questions in the chat. Okay, so I'm talking about in-house IT support and outsourced IT support. So some organizations just prefer to just outsource their IT because they don't want to, they don't want to get into the trouble of staff management and all that. Equipment procurement, no, they just outsource the whole thing, the whole IT department to another company. That is outsourced IT support. Now, what is the advantage of the outsourced IT support? It's cheaper. It's cheaper for them to do because all they just need to do then is to pay for the services. Is to pay for the services of that company, the IT services that company is rendering. That is what they pay for. They don't pay any staff bonus. It is that company that is responsible to paying their staff whatever they want to pay them. But all they need is that they get the service, they pay for the service. On the other hand, in-house IT support, you have to go through the stress of recruiting IT staffs, paying them, maintaining equipment is more expensive. When in terms of cost, in-house IT support is more expensive compared to outsourced IT support. But if a company wants staffs that will, that will really be that will really understand deeply their core businesses, they have to go for in-house IT support, because bringing somebody, a company that have not really understand your business to come and manage your IT department is very, very difficult. Because a lot of those MSPs, they don't retain staffs easily. They can employ today, maybe they they second that staff to the client. The staff might work for maybe a year or two before you see another staff have come. So by the time that one is trying to understand the nitty-gritty of your business, you have lost him. They have seconded another one. So you will see that they really might not understand your core business as your in-house IT support. So that's where major companies, they go for in-house IT support. Though some do both, they have some staffs that are in-house IT, then they now outsource some part of the team. So let us go further. Now, here we are looking at level of IT support. IT support have level. IT support have levels, and we are going to take them one after the other and see where the help desk actually fall into. We'll see them one after the other and see where the help desk fall into. Now, the first one here is the level 0. Level 0 or tier 0 IT support. And that one is self-support, self-service. Have you ever called your internet service provider and they just give you and they give you option for self-service? That is a tier 1 IT support. I mean tier 0 IT support. When you give the user your knowledge base, give the user your frequently asked question that he can just read and support himself, that is a tier 0 IT support. The one that you can give the user a heads up, something they can just use to support themselves and resolve that issue. Another one is self-service password reset. SSPRO. So when you give the user the opportunity to reset his own password, that is a tier 0 IT support. The next one is the tier 1 or level 1 IT support. This IT support is at the basic level. It's at the basic level, not because is the least technical one, but because that level is the first point of contact to the end user. The tier 1 IT support is the first point of contact that the user will call or reach out to in the IT team when they have issues. And it is this level that the help desk fall into. The help desk is a tier 1 IT support, because if the user is having issue that he could not resolve via the self-support, you have to reach out to the help desk, and the help desk is the tier 1 IT support. Now, we also have the tier 2 IT support. The tier 2 IT support is the next line. If the help desk could not resolve that issue, maybe maybe due to distance barrier, or and the issue is an issue that require a physical presence, if we have to assign that ticket, we'll talk about ticketing, but we have to assign that task to the level 2 IT support. And the level 2 IT support may be somebody that is in the same location with the end user. Either is in the same location with the end user, or is somebody that is a bit more technical than the help desk. So that task will be assigned to him, and he might decide to visit the end user in his office or wherever they agree to meet and resolve that issue. That is a tier 2 IT support. Now, we now have the tier 3 IT support, which is the level 3 IT support. These guys are still, or can still be working in the company. They are still IT support, fine, but they are the subject matter, like your server admin, your network admin. These are tier 3 IT support. They are still IT support, but they are the subject matter in their various fields in the IT department. Now, if a user is having an issue that have to do with the server, is having an issue, and the help desk have looked into it and found out that, okay, currently I'm in New Jersey, but this user is in Nigeria. He can assign that task to the IT support in Nigeria. So when the IT support now contact the user, maybe visit the user, he now found out that the issue the user is having is not on the client side, it's on the server side. So he himself now will now assign that task to the server admin, which in this case is the tier 3 IT support. We assign the task to him. If it's a network issue, it is the network admin that will be assigned that task, which is a tier 3 IT support. Now, the next one here is the external support, which is the tier 4 IT support. Whatever passes over the head of the subject matter expert. Yeah, Olamiji, you can just type your question in the chat. We will. I can see your hand is up. Okay, you can just drop your question in the chat. Isaac will respond to it. Okay, let us go ahead. I was talking about the tier 4 IT support. Now, this category of people are not part of the IT team. In fact, in most cases, they don't even work in the organization. Now, if a particular application, maybe let me say Outlook is constantly crashing. Outlook is constantly crashing for all the users in your organization. There are 2 IT support. I've looked at it, and and found out that this is not a client issue. This is not a client issue. This has to do with the server. Assign the ticket to the server admin, which is the tier 3 support, or to the maybe the messaging and collaboration admin, or as the case may be. And he looked into it and saw that everything is fine from his end, but this issue might be coming from Microsoft. So he himself now will now raise a ticket with Microsoft IT support to look into the issue. So that Microsoft IT personnel that picked up that ticket is the tier 4 IT support. So they are mostly vendors that supply you equipment, vendor that supply you softwares. That IT support in that category is the external support, which is the tier 4 IT support. So let's go further. So for this program, we'll be concentrating on the IT help desk. So I just gave you a background of each of the levels, so that you will know where you fall into when you are assigning tasks, when you are escalating issues. Now, the IT help desk is the first point of contact. As I've said before, it is the first point of contact for the end user. In fact, they call the IT help desk the face of the IT. Anybody that want to get any information from the IT department goes through the IT help desk. If you're having any issue, if you're having any IT related issue, it is the IT help desk is the first point of contact. Now, issue diagnosis and resolution. So when they receive the issue like that, maybe via phone call or via ticket, if it's what they can handle, they handle it. If it's what they could not handle, maybe due to it's a bit more technical, or it require a higher privilege to resolve that issue, they reassign that ticket to somebody better suited for it. Then when that person is done, it will return back to them that, oh, I fixed this issue. Then they will be able to get back to the user and say, okay, this issue has been resolved. In most cases, the end user will not even know the IT personnel that will not even know the IT personnel that even resolved the issue. All they just know is that the IT department have resolved their issue. So the next one is ticket management. In fact, in terms of IT help desk, ticketing is going to be your best friend, because that is one tool that you will constantly use. Ticketing, we are going to look at ticketing in a short while. Now, you are going to be the one managing tickets. You are going to be the one managing tickets. When tickets are raised, you manage them, assign them if they need to be assigned, and the ones that need to be closed, you close. But you are going to be in charge of ticket management. Maintaining system documentation. System documentation, like knowledge base, frequently asked questions. Seeing that, okay, this issue that has been resolved, this is how this issue was resolved. So if another user have the same issue, an IT personnel can go to that documentation and pick that solution up instead of reinventing the wheel. You can just pick up that solution and apply it to the user and get that issue resolved. So the IT help desk will also be in charge of maintaining such documentation. And lucky enough, there are ticketing software that make these things easy for you, of which we are going to look at them. The next one is acting as a bridge between technical team and end user. Like I mentioned before, the end user might not even know the technical team that are working on his issue, that are working on his case. Most of the time, the only person they have contact with is just the help desk. The help desk liaise with the more technical guys, because one thing I've understood in IT is that most end users might not be able to communicate their IT issues correctly. There are some end users that might not be able to really communicate their issue, the issue they are having. Okay, this is the challenge, this is the challenge, this is the challenge. But you, as an IT help desk, you will be the one that will better communicate that issue to the technical guys in your team. That, okay, though the user did not explain it well, but this is what is playing out. So you will better understand. They will be able to get a better explanation from you. So in that case, you are acting as a bridge between the end user and the technical guys in your team. So let us move further. Okay. So if there's any question on the first topic, IT support and the responsibility of the help desk, you can just drop them in the chat. You can drop them in the chat, and we'll pick them up and respond to you. We are now looking into ticketing systems. In fact, ticketing system is going to be your friend as an IT help desk. It's going to be your friend. Because every issue the user submits, every problem the user submits, are going to come in form of tickets. If they raise a ticket, if they raise a ticket, or they send a mail, or they give you a phone call, it's going to come, it's going to be packaged in the form of a ticket. Why is ticketing system important? What ticketing system simply does is that it tracks and manage the user complaint. Because as an IT department, you are rendering service to the organization, you are rendering service to the business. And the organization want to know the way and manner by which these services are rendered. They want to know if the IT department is performing well or not. And tickets is one of the ways that they can actually know that, okay, the department is serving us well or not. So what the ticketing system does is that it manages every request. It manages every issue that the user raises. It keeps track of the time the user made the request. It keeps track of the time that you responded to the user. It keeps track of the time that you resolved the user's issue. You resolve the user's query. It keeps track of all the time. It keeps track of everything. So that is where the ticketing system helps. And a lot of them, they really the job easy. Okay. So a lot of them actually make the job easy by giving you, features that help you to, track, prioritize, and, resolve your tickets more efficiently. Yeah. So for this program, we are going to use a fresh service. Yeah, fresh service is a ticketing system, and I personally I like it because of its lightweight, and it's something that I've used over the years. So that's what we'll be using for this program. Now, when we talk about ticketing, one major thing that comes to mind is request. Whatever ticket that is raised is a form of request. Whatever ticket that the end user raises is a form of request. It's requesting something. And when it comes to requests, there are two types of requests. We have the incident request and the service request. We have the incident request and the service request. when a user is having an issue with his system, maybe he could not log in, or he just opened Outlook and the Outlook keep crashing, or his Microsoft Word did not open again, or there's a network outage for a particular branch, and they raise a ticket for it. That is an incident request. I want you to really pay attention to this ticketing, because one thing that makes ticketing delicate is that it is being audited. Whatever happened is being audited. They audit it, maybe at the end of the year or as the company choose. They want to know how users' requests were responded to. If the IT department actually kept to their service level agreement, they audit everything. So I was talking about incident request. So when a user is having an issue and he raises a ticket, that ticket is an incident request. And the goal of an incident request is to restore normal service. A server that was working well before just crashed, and the users can no longer access that server. They raise a ticket. That is an incident request. And the IT department will not pick up that ticket, resolve that issue, and restore normalcy. Or the network printer is down. Users can no longer print. Then they raise a ticket. That is an incident request. So incident request is when an incident occurs, is that type of request that the end user raises when an incident occurs. Then we have another type of request called the service request. This is when the user is requesting for a particular service, or is requesting for a particular software, or is requesting for a particular device. Maybe the user needs access to Office 365. That is a service request. The user needs a laptop. That is a service request. The user is requesting access to a shared folder. That is a service request. So on the aspect of service request, the workflow is normal, but the user just needs a service. Now, if you look at incident request, that incident might impact the business. That incident might impact the business. So the earlier you fix it, the earlier you fix it, the better. But in service request, it it doesn't normally affect the business. Operations are going normal, but the user just needs a particular software to work. So it have a minimal impact on the business. And it's not compulsory that you must fulfill it immediately, unlike the incident request. Service request, it doesn't require you to fulfill it immediately. You can tell the user, okay, your request is noted. We will get back to you as soon as we get the device. But on the other hand, said the incident request, you must see how to resolve that issue as soon as possible. So you must understand, as a help desk personnel, you must understand these two types of requests, so that you don't treat incident request as service request, and you don't treat service request as incident request. So now, since service request, their impact is minimal, and it doesn't really affect the organization like that. We are going to dwell a little bit on incident request. We are going to dwell a little bit on incident request. But before we dwell on incident request, I want us to understand a concept called service level agreement. SLA, service level agreement. You might have heard the word before, maybe in your place of work. Service level agreement. Service level agreement is an agreement between a service provider and his client. So the service level agreement is more like a definition of the type of service the user is expected to have. If, for instance, you are subscribing to an internet service provider, then maybe your company is subscribing to an internet service provider, and there is an SLA that network outage is not going to exceed 2 hours in a week. The service provider can say, oh, I'm not saying that we are not going to have network outage. Anything can happen, but we are promising you that even if we are going to have network outage, it's not going to be more than, it's not going to run more than 2 hours in a week. So if the client now have a network outage of 4 hours, the service provider have defaulted on the SLA. That means the service provider could not meet that SLA, and it is going to be judged as a performance issue, because service providers are judged based on how much they keep their SLA. Now, why am I bringing the issue of SLA? The IT department, now picture the IT department as the service provider, and picture the other part of the business as the client. So the IT department is rendering service to the business. So that for that relationship to stand, there's an SLA. There's an agreement between the client and the service provider. Okay, please, this is our application that we are running. We are giving you the assurance that even though we will have a downtime, it will not exceed 30 minutes in a day. So downtime might occur as long as it does not cross 30 minutes, that SLA stand, and that service provider is performing well. But when that downtime crosses 30 minutes in a day, it's already a performance issue. It showed that the service provider could not keep to the SLA. Now, when we talk about SLA in IT help desk, we have two times that are used to measure service level agreement when they come to IT help desk. We have the response time and the resolution time. What is response time? The response time is the actual time that you acknowledge the user's complaint. When you acknowledge the user's complaint, maybe a user sent an email to IT help desk and said, oh, please, the printer is down. And as a result, we that are in the HRO department, or we that are in the HRO wing, we cannot print. The response time here is the time to which you responded back to the user. Oh, we've acknowledged your issue, and we've assigned this ticket to so, or our IT support personnel is already looking at it, giving the user the confidence that, oh, this issue is being looked onto. So the response time is part of the measurement criteria they use in judging the IT help desk. At what time did you respond to the ticket? We are going to see the response time for each of the levels as we go on. Then we have a resolution time. Resolution time is the time it takes to fully resolve that issue. The time it takes to fully resolve that issue is how long from when the issue was reported to when you resolve it. That is the resolution time. And those are the key criteria when you are measuring the performance of your IT help desk. In fact, audit doesn't joke with them. The response time and the resolution time. That's what they use in measuring your performance. Okay, now talking about response and resolution time. Note all these response time, resolution time is in response to your incident request. It's in response to your incident request because incidents have to, in fact, time is of the essence when we measure incidents. Time is very, very, very key because the more time slides on that incident, the greater the damage. Yeah, so that is where ticket prioritization comes to play. You must know how to prioritize your ticket. Let's assume you have 5 tickets. Let's assume you have 5 tickets and one of them is the customer facing application is down. That is the application that the customers are using to maybe subscribe to the company's resources and pay the company. That application is down. You receive that ticket. Then you now receive another ticket that the printer in the CEO office is not working. That is one thing. That is ticket number 2. Then you now receive another request that the HRO department is having network outage. That is ticket number 3. So how are you going to prioritize those tickets? You can drop your response in the chat. How are you going to prioritize the tickets? 1, the customer facing application is down. The customer facing application is down. 2 is the CEO printer is not working. And 3 is the HRO department is having a network outage. How are you going to prioritize them? Okay, let me drop it in the chat. Okay, Olamide, I can see your message. Okay, it's noted. Let me drop this in the chat. The customer facing app is down. Then CEO's printer not working. Then HRO department is having network outage. So these are the 3 requests. So how do you prioritize these 3 requests that you have? Now, Without wasting time, yes, Olamiji, you are correct. The customer-facing app should be the first priority because the company is in business because of the customers. And until that issue is resolved, is more like the company is losing money. So it should be in fact, if you don't prioritize the ticket properly, they might even fire you. The customer facing application is the one that is bringing income to the company. So you salvage that one first. That becomes the first priority, the ticket. The next one is the HRO department that is having a network outage. Why is the HRO department's network outage more important than the CEO's printer? Because the HRO department, that particular issue affects a lot of people. And without the network, they might not be able to work. They might not be able to do their job. A lot of things will be left hanging. But in the case of the CEO, at least the CEO is not having network issue. He can work, he can do his job. And not being able to print for an hour or two might not cause any serious impact. Unlike the first two. Even though it's important, maybe you have important document to print, but not printing as at that point in time will have minimal consequences compared to the customer facing application that is down and the HRO's network issue. So ticket prioritization is very, very important. Now, I say prioritizing ticket ensures that critical issues are resolved first, improve user satisfaction, and maintain efficient service delivery. So when you prioritize tickets efficiently, you make sure that the important service are running. Then before you now start bringing the less important ones, you now start bringing them up. That is ticket prioritization. And we prioritize tickets by two criteria. The factors we look at when we prioritize tickets is one is impact. We prioritize ticket by impact. We prioritize tickets by urgency. Sorry, just like you. Okay, so we prioritize by impact. We prioritize by urgency. What do you mean by impact? Impact is the degree to which that issue will affect the business. The impact is the degree to which that issue will affect the users or business operation. Just like the example we've just had of the customer facing application and the CEO's printer, you will know that the customer facing application will have a far greater impact than the CEO's printer. So impact is the degree to which that issue affects the business and the users. It is it have three it have three levels. One is the high, one is the medium, and we have the low. The high affects many users or critical business functions. If the users are many, like maybe you the company have a branch in a New Jersey, and the whole New Jersey branch, they are having a network outage, or the whole New Jersey branch, they cannot access the core server of the application of the business. That is that incident have a high impact, because it means that all the staff in New Jersey cannot work. So that ticket must have a high impact. Medium impact, they affect a smaller group or non-critical business functions. They affect a smaller group, like the HRO department in our previous example, that is having a network outage, that's having a network issue. So other departments can work, so it's just the HRO department. So when you have a ticket that is of a high impact, you will treat that one first before this medium impact. So this medium impact affects a smaller group or a non-critical business operation. Then we have the low impact incidents. These incidents sometimes affect either maybe a single user, or he doesn't even have any impact in business operations. If you do it now, it will not if you leave it for the next 24 hours, things will still be running fine. That is a low impact incident. Maybe a user calls in and said, oh, my Outlook is crashing, or my Word is not opening, my Microsoft Word is not working. And you've investigated and found out that it's only this user that is having this issue. That is a low impact incident. So prioritizing tickets according to impact is very, very key. Also, we also prioritize tickets according to urgency. According to urgency. How urgent is this request? How urgent? Because like I said before, when it comes to incident request, timing is key. Timing is key. You must you must resolve them early enough so that they don't cost the business. You must resolve them early enough so that they don't cost the business money, so that they don't make the business to run at loss. That is where the urgency comes to play. Now, we can also measure urgency. The urgency also have 3 levels. We have the high, which show that the incident needs immediate attention to avoid significant disruption. Then we have the medium. Then we also have the low. So this is for urgency, of which when we look into the fresh service portal, we are going to see how these things play out. We are going to see how these things play out when it comes to ticket prioritization. So here we have here the priority matrix. We have here the priority matrix. So if you look here, the vertical on the vertical side, we have the impact, which is divided into high, medium, low. On the horizontal side, we have the urgency, which is also divided into high, medium, low. So if a ticket have a high impact and its urgency is high, it shows that that ticket is a critical ticket. It's a critical ticket. You must leave every other thing to attend to that ticket. It's a critical one. So you must leave every other ticket and attend to that one because it's a critical one. So then if a ticket have high impact and medium urgency, is what is high. The priority is high. Then high impact and low urgency, priority is medium. Medium impact, high urgency, priority is high. Medium impact, medium urgency, priority is medium. Medium impact, low urgency, priority is low. Low impact, high urgency, priority is medium. Then medium urgency is low, low urgency. So this is the priority matrix. And the beauty of it is that we don't really need to, memorize this, because the ticketing systems, they calculate this for us. So once you just set your impact, set your urgency, they give you the priority, and they can also prioritize the tickets for you. They prioritize the tickets for you. Now, I'm going to switch to my browser. If you have any question, you can drop it on the chat. We'll pick them up as we proceed. So I will go to my browser, then we'll see we'll see how these things play out. Okay, this is my fresh service. Let me quickly log in. Yeah. Gotcha. Wow. Um, yep, yep. Okay, can you see my screen? Hello?
You can only see the slide.
Okay, okay, you can only see the slide. Okay, uh let me stop sharing and share my entire screen. Okay. I guess you can see my screen now.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So this is the fresh service portal. This is the fresh service portal we are going to be using for this. So this dashboard you see is not the end user dashboard. This dashboard you see is not the end user dashboard. This is the agent. This is the dashboard. You as an agent, this is the dashboard you are going to be using. Then let me show you the client facing side of it. So I will paste this link. I will paste this link on the chat. So you 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 can just you are going to open it, register, then we are going to first of all walk through on how the user raises the ticket. We are going to do a walkthrough on how the user raises the ticket. Is this thing taking time? Okay. Why this thing is trying to come up? Can you open this link from your end, please? Please, let us try to open this link from our end. Okay. Think I'll try another browser and see. Let me try another browser. Okay, so I think it came up on this browser. Now, if you look here, you will see this is the front end, the end user will see. This is where the end user will be able to raise his or her ticket. So now, let us report an issue. So for some organization, they 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 made it in such a way that it's only their employees that can even access this portal. So in other words, you can't access this portal until you have maybe an account with the company. You must have an account with the company before you'll be able to access this portal to even report an issue in the first place. So now I'm going to sign up. Going to sign up. Let me give this one my name, my first name, my last name. Then I will add my email here. Okay. I said I should confirm if I'm a human being, not a robot. Yes, then I register. Came back here. I think I have already bicycle. Let me try it one more time. I think I've already registered with this email before. Let me log in. So you can just try to sign up from your end. Just try to sign up from your end. Main dashboard. Log out from here. Okay, so we have an open ticket now. An open ticket. Okay, so we've so I've logged into the portal. So for me to report an issue, like remember we spoke about an incident request and a service request. So here, if this one here, report an issue, this is an incident request. If you want to report an incident, this is the tab you will use. Then if you want to request for a service, this is the tab you use. So now let us go ahead now and report an incident. So you can also log in from your own end and do the same. Okay, so let me say um network outage in the finance office. It doesn't have it, it doesn't always have to be in capital letter. I just like typing my subject in caps. So it doesn't always have to be in caps. So when you are done typing the subject, like the first field here is the requester email, which is my email in this case. Then we have the subject. Then a description of what the issue, a description of the issue. Yeah. Can say, okay, the pieces are connected to the network, but there is no internet connection. There's no internet connection. Now you are giving a brief description of what the issue is. Now, if maybe it's what you believe that you will better explain with pictures, you can take pictures and attach them as a file along with the request. You take pictures or error messages that was screenshotted, at least for the support team to better understand the issue you are having. You can just take a screenshot and attach. Then once you are done, you submit. So the ticket has been created. So the help desk personnel will immediately be notified. The help desk personnel will immediately be notified by email that a ticket has been raised. If I open my email now, you will see that there is that notification there that okay, that yes, okay, still updating. Think still updating. The notification will be there that you have a ticket. Now let us go to the dashboard. Here, you go to the agent portal. Let us go to the agent portal now and check. Let me refresh this. Okay, so I think yes, I raised one, and yes, and two other persons also raised two. Thank you very much. So now, if you look at the dashboard here, this tab is your overdue tickets. This ticket that are due for today. These are open tickets, tickets you put on hold, tickets on assigned. And if you look, the three tickets are open and unassigned because I have not assigned anyone. I have not assigned any of the tickets. Now, here is showing you the number of tickets you have not resolved by priority, by status. Now, let us go to the ticket now. Look at the list of tickets. Okay. Now, we have three tickets here now. With status open. Now, if I click on this one, this is the full details of the ticket. This is the person that raised the ticket. Now, look at where you will set the urgency and the priority. This is where you set the urgency and the priority and the impact. So once you set the urgency and the impact here, it automatically reflects on the priority. Now, let's assume I say for this issue that is a network outage in a particular office. The urgency is medium. The impact is medium. Then I update. You will see that the priority have automatically updated to medium. So once you set this to, it will affect this, or you set this, it will affect the urgency and the impact. And each organization have the time that they require for you to resolve and respond to each category of request. They have the time, like in an organization I worked for for critical tickets, you are expected to respond to that ticket in not more than 30 minutes. For critical ticket, you must respond to it in not more than 30 minutes. And you must resolve it in not more than 4 hours. That is the SLA for critical tickets. So each level Which priority level have their resolution time? Okay, so here is the priority. This is where you set the priority of the ticket. This is the status. We are going to come back to this status. Now, this is the 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 source of the request because it came from the portal. This request came from the portal. And I also want to mention that you can also raise tickets on behalf of a user. Maybe the request came by phone, or the request came by email, or by chat, or even by Microsoft Teams. So when you capture source requests, you must make sure that you put the source, the correct source where that request came from. If the user contacted you via Teams, you put it that it came from Microsoft Teams. If the user contacted you via email, the source here will be email. The next one is incident is the type of response, is the type of request. Incident or service request. Some users can be very, very funny. They can raise incident requests as service requests and raise service requests as incident requests. Maybe somebody want to request for a laptop. Maybe somebody want to request for a laptop. Instead of him to request the laptop as a service, he will come and report it as an incident. So when you see such tickets, you are the one that will now better categorize them. Oh, this person is requesting for laptop and is raising it as an incident. That's when you will now change it to service request, because you know that that request is a service request. The next one is the urgency and the impact, which we have touched on. Here is when you want to assign this ticket now. When you want to assign this ticket to either a group or an agent. Maybe your organization have a network team, and this issue now is a network outage. So you either assign it to what? The network team, or you assign it to the network engineer. So that is the group. When you assign a ticket to a team, and the beauty of it is that each member of the team, they are also agents in the ticketing portal. So once you assign it to the whole team, they see the ticket immediately and say, okay, there's a ticket that has been assigned to us. So any member of the team can pick up that ticket, act on it, and respond back. So it's either you assign it to a group, which is the network team in this case, or you assign it to an agent, maybe a network engineer. Currently, I don't have an agent here for this particular group. Or you assign it to an agent in that group. Maybe the networking lead. Maybe the network lead. Then you set the department. category. The next thing you set, which is optional, is the planned date, the date and time you maybe you've communicated with the network guys, and they've said that, okay, this job is going to take us 48 hours, and we are going to start from today. We are starting the job today, and we'll be ending it on Monday. On Monday, or we are ending it on Monday 13th. You get that information. It's either you are the one that will set it. They can also set it from their end. Take note. They can also set these properties now. They can also set it from their end when you assign the ticket to them. So all what you do is just to assign the ticket to the network team. Update. So once you set any property here, you remember to update. Once you update, that property will take effect. Like this ticket now have been assigned to the network team. So when you do that, remember to respond to the user. That is where your response time comes to play. And that is the first thing that you should do. As soon as you receive the ticket, you reply the user. You reply the user. You can say, hello. Your ticket is received, and your ticket is received, and we are acting on it. Or your ticket is received, and the network team are working to resolve it. Once you do that, you send. It's either you send and set as because it's a pending job. You send and set as pending. So if you look at the status of the ticket now, it's no longer showing open. It's not showing pending. So with this one now, you have responded. Take note, you have not resolved the issue. The issue has not been resolved, but at least you have passed the response time. At least you met up with the response time for that ticket. You have responded. You see? So you have responded to that ticket. And when you do that, the user is going to, now let us go back to the user portal. The user will be able to get a notification. Look at the ticket here. It's open now. It's open. Network outage. It says being processed. So if the user click on it, you will be able to see the response that you sent. Hello, your ticket is received, and the networking, okay, it's supposed to be networking team Sorry for that typographical error. And the networking team are working to resolve it. So here, the user have gotten a response. If the user want to reply, the user can still reply. And though I assigned it to the network team, I have not had, because I don't have any current personnel in the network team. That's why it's not showing anybody assigned. This assigned to is not showing any personnel. But we are going to assign the ticket now to somebody. Then you will see. Let me take this one back. Then let me assign it to, I can assign it to myself, or I can assign it to Isaac. So let me assign the ticket to Isaac. So this ticket now have been assigned to Isaac. Now the user will also be able to see that Isaac is not the one working on this ticket. Let me refresh this. Now, can you see Isaac is an agent working on this ticket, Isaac. So the user will be able to see, okay, this person now is working on my ticket to what? Get it resolved. So while the help desk will be waiting for Isaac, who maybe is the network team lead, to resolve the issue and update the ticket. So when Isaac finish resolving the issue, he will now update the ticket, update the status of the ticket, not just only the status. He will reply the ticket that, oh, the issue has been resolved. The issue has been resolved, and the network in the finance office is up. He might decide to add the cause of the network outage. Maybe we found out that one of the switch is bad, or one of the switch went off due to power. One of the network switch, one of the Cisco switch, one of the Cisco switch was off due to power. So he will now bring out his findings and what? Update the ticket. So here now I can do send and set as result, but I've assigned the ticket to Isaac. So Isaac, can you log into your dashboard and update this ticket?
Okay. Okay.
So we'll just wait for Isaac to update the ticket and respond. So yeah, I can see that Isaac is currently viewing this ticket, as you can see. So we'll just wait for him to respond. Well, this is past 9 already. Okay. We'll soon be done. We'll wrap up in 5. We'll wrap up in 5 minutes. We'll wrap up in 5 minutes. Okay. I think Isaac have responded to the tickets. Yes. Isaac has responded to the tickets and so Isaac,
Yes, I'm with you.
okay, so you've responded to the ticket now.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
you can you as the IT support person can either change the status to resolved, or the help desk will do that. Okay, you said that, okay, you've resolved the ticket, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
we'll now change the status of the ticket to resolved and update. Now it's requesting for what? A resolution note. Okay. Now the resolution note is that, what did you do? What did you do that actually resolved that ticket? You must put it in the resolution note. And it's going to be in the form of root cause, action taking, and what? The resolution. So we save. With this now, we've marked this ticket as what? As resolved. So here we'll be able to, if we go back to the user now, the user will be able to see that the user will be able to see that the ticket is what? Is resolved. So user will be able to see that the ticket is what? Is resolved. So it's now expecting the response from the user, as in the help desk now it's not expecting a response from the user that, oh, this thing has been resolved. Oh, please confirm if the issue you reported is fine. Please confirm if the issue, and until the user acknowledge that yes, the issue is fine, you as an help desk, you cannot close that ticket. Until the user responds, okay, yes, so either the user will respond, so okay, confirmed. Confirmed. Network is up in the finance office. The user sent. So when the user sent is either he marked the ticket as closed, or the helpdesk agent now he now have a reason to close that ticket because the user has confirmed that it's fine now. Until the user give you that confirmation, the helpdesk does not have the right to close the ticket. It's a very, very serious issue because the user can come up tomorrow and say my issue was not resolved, but ticket was closed. So when you mark a ticket as resolved, leave it in the hand of the user. If you want to close it, you close it. If you want to leave it resolved, but every company have its policy. If a ticket is marked resolved for more than 24 hours without the user responding to that ticket will be automatically closed. You are not, if the user will come back tomorrow and say my issue was not resolved, it's not your fault as a help desk. He was the one that did not respond on time. So once that ticket remain is marked resolved for more than 24 hours and the user did not respond to say, oh, the solution you gave, it caused another problem, or the issue wasn't really resolved. If the user did not respond after 24 hours, the system will automatically close that ticket. So you don't need you don't even need to worry about that. So the user can either mark it as closed here, or you come to your portal as the agent and seeing that, okay, the user have responded that the user have responded that the user have responded that yes, confirm the network is up in the finance office. You now have a reason to close the ticket, so that tomorrow, if they are auditing this ticket and see that you are the one that closed it, they will ask you, why did you close this ticket? You'll be able to show them the user respond that, oh, the user confirmed, oh, that is fine now. That is the reason why I closed the ticket. So here you can come to the status of the ticket now and safely close. Mark it as close. So the ticket now is closed, and the user will be able to see from his own end that what his issue has been closed. So he will not be able to, reopen this issue again and what latch on it. You see, this ticket has been closed for the past few hours. So this ticket has been closed, and the user can no longer update this one again, except you, the help desk, reopen the ticket. So that is it for ticket. This is 10 minutes past 9. I promise to stop by 9 p.m. and I've taken an extra 10 minutes. I'm sorry about that. It's not it was not intentional, and we are going to briefly take the questions, and When we are done with the questions, we call it a day. Call it a day for today. Our next class will be tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be going fully into Active Directory. We'll be treating Active Directory tomorrow, and we'll be treating Active Directory tomorrow, and I'm going to I'm 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 going to share a walkthrough video, a link to a walkthrough video where you can quickly just set up your own Active Directory for us to practicalize with tomorrow. So okay, a question from Olamiji. It said, after creating a ticket, how did you navigate to the agent portal? Okay, both of them have their different link. Like, what I did is that I opened them in different browsers. Like this link here, you can see this link here. This link is for the client side. This is the link that the user, the end user will use when they want to report an issue. That is this link. Then there is another link that the agent will use to access their dashboard. So in other words, there are two different links. There are two different links. There are two different links. One is for the agent and one is for the end user. So, and what I'm going to do is that you are going to send your emails. I'm going to create. I'm going to add you guys as agents in this portal, so that you can just play around. You can open this link as a user on the another browser, then open the agent link on another browser, and just raise the ticket, resolve. Okay. So you can drop your emails at the on the chat. You can drop your emails on the chat. I'm going to add you to the agent so that you can access this portal and play around it, raise tickets, and once I see that, once I add you guys, we are going to have some tickets that I will assign to you. You result you comment on them, and you change the status to see how this thing actually work practically. So I'll be expecting your email so that I can add you guys as agents on the portal. So is there any other question? Okay. Okay. Okay, yes, I will share the link. I will share the link for the agents. I will share the link. Share the link. So this link is for the agent, while this one is for the end user. So these are the two links. So you will receive the notification when I add you as a. So when I add you as an agent, is going to send the link to your email. Just forward that link. Just follow that link and create your own password. Create your own login password. Then you'll be able to log in and see tickets. I don't know if there's any other question. Okay, this link is the link you will use to access the dashboard. Now you cannot access the dashboard because I've not added you as agent on the portal. So once I give you license as agent on the portal, it is this dashboard, it is this link you will now use in accessing the dashboard where you will see tickets and resolve tickets. So I don't know if that is taken. Thank you very much, guys. I'm sorry for taking your time. And okay, Lamiji is typing. Let's wait. Okay, yeah. Lamiji, thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll continue. The recordings and the slides will be made available